In ancient epic literature, there is a moment known as the aristeia. This is a hero's moment of greatest triumph and glory. In the Iliad, this would be when Achilles rampages through the Trojan army, culminating in killing Hector. It is a moment we can still trace in our storytelling today. An aristeia was quite formulaic, and often, although not always, would be preceded by a dressing sequence, a storytelling device which is still part of the language of cinema. The dressing sequence, or suit-up sequence, can do quite a lot. It's a flag that something important is coming up, so you best pay attention. It can highlight particular items a hero has, which we can expect to see in use later. At the same time, it delays the moment, building anticipation, suspense. Or if the tension is too great, it can be a moment of lighter relief.
It's a little tight across the chest.
Of course, modern movies require modern weapons. So usually this consists of
guns. Lots of guns.
But like any storytelling technique, in the hands of someone who doesn't understand them, a dressing sequence can be a damp squib, undermining the action. So how do we make sure we use them properly? One way is to use a dressing sequence to show our hero embarking on something new. The change of clothing represents their changing identity. This is a great option, particularly with a homemade outfit, which can show their personality. It can also mean we get a second dressing sequence later on, when they upgrade this outfit. A dressing sequence can also mark a character changing or growing as they come into their prime, to evolve into the definitive version of themselves.
Groovy.
Slowing down gives us time to think about their journey so far, and what may lay ahead. This happens especially often when a character has a new determination, and accept the role that has been given to them. As they put on their armour and weapons, they are accepting in a physical way the choice they are making. This is the use of the aristeia at the heart of the Iliad and the Aeneid. In the former, Achilles makes his choice to die fighting in Troy rather than going home, something reflected by the symbolism on his shield. Achilles' shield depicts two worlds, one of violence and death and one of rural peace and happiness. This reflects the two choices he has. He opts for violence and death. For Aeneas, it is about accepting responsibility for the fate of Rome and working towards that goal, which is also highlighted by the symbolism on his shield. He literally shoulders the future of Rome. As media is expanded, they no longer have to be literal dressing sequences, and extended transformation scenes, like those in Japanese media, could be considered an extension of this technique. Transformations at the end of high school rom-coms could be seen as a variant of this, although we rarely see the process itself. Unfortunately, this does imply the greatest moment of glory in a girl's life is changing who she is for a boy, or looking pretty, an example of how the language of storytelling can reflect unconscious misogyny. The dressing sequence can also be deconstructed to provide humour, and of course is subject to parody just like anything else.
Hey man, are you sure you got enough?
You can never have enough, brother.
These are only a few examples of dressing sequences. If you can think of any other good ones, let me know in the comments. As with any literary device, in skilled hands, it can create greater story beats. In Avatar: The Last Airbender, the main heroes finally launch their plan to defeat the Fire Nation. As a symbol of how much they have grown and this new decisive action, they all upgrade their outfits to adult versions. This lets us anticipate an aristeia, something cool is about to go down, which only heightens the blow when it's revealed that the whole thing was a trap. Our expectations caused by the new costume increase the power of their failure. But of course, for the original inversion of a dressing sequence, we can look back to Homer. In the Odyssey, when Odysseus returns home, he finds his palace full of unwelcome guests who woo his wife, abuse his slaves, and use up his wealth. He infiltrates their gathering in disguise until he is ready to strike. Rather than a slow dressing sequence, Odysseus undresses, throwing off his disguise as a beggar to reveal the hero he has always been beneath. Homer not only gave us the suit up 2,000 years ago, he also inverted it. and we're still using his legacy today.
Every girl crazy about his shine.